We begin tonight with an elderly man found alive after spending the winter snowed in his home.
Police say they got a call from a concerned neighbor Thursday night and found a winter's worth of snow piled on the man's driveway.
CTV's Mike Arsalides live in Orleans with the details on this one. Mike?
Graham, this is an unbelievably unusual story, something you definitely don't hear very often. The man, believed to be in his 60s, neighbors say a recluse, someone they don't see very often. Some neighbors saying they see him about once or twice a year. He only comes out at night. Apparently this man said, you know what, it's cold here in Ottawa. I'll see you guys in the spring. And he shut her down, went into hibernation essentially in his home here in the east end of the city. The man hadn't been heard from in 6 weeks by his neighbors who returned from Florida and saw that his house was buried in snow and ice. No signs of life. Police were called to the scene. They saw the same thing the neighbors did. No tracks in the snow. They decided to enter the home. And inside, lo and behold, they found the man alive, eating food out of cans, and thankful that police arrived.
And we left a note on his windshield if he does come out that we're here if he needs any help. And from what we understand, he doesn't even have a telephone.
As good neighbors, we wanted to make sure he was okay.
Neighbors came out, started giving them some shovels, and one of the neighbors lent a snowblower. Unfortunately, there was so much snow at the end of the driveway because of the snow plows and stuff, it was just glare ice. So Sergeant Murphy made a call to our partners in the city, and fortunately they weren't overwhelmed at the time. So a big tractor came out and spent about 30 minutes getting rid of the ice at the end of his driveway. He was quite thankful. My understanding is that he's a recluse, didn't want to call and ask for help, which is difficult for some people to do. But I know after everything was said and done, he was very happy with the officers, what they did for him.
Out of respect for the man's privacy, we will not be revealing the man's name. Neighbors thankful they got to him in time. Police saying they're going to be checking on the man over the next days and weeks, working with the city to ensure his health and safety going forward until, of course, it gets better enough for him to come outside here in the winter. The officers being praised tonight for their heroics here. They got through all that snow and ice, as you heard. Neighbors supplying a snowblower, shovels. For 90 minutes, they worked getting through all that ice and snow, calling help from the city, using the front loader to get through the ice, finally getting to the man so now he can come in and out of his home. He's thankful, but obviously this is something you don't hear very often. A happy ending for police who normally have to deal with some very unfortunate circumstances when it comes to getting to situations like this, Patricia.
A wild one, Mike, and a lesson and reminder for all of us to check on your neighbors.